We've got the squad together to get into what's new in pro clubs in FIFA 23. Over to you.
Thank you, Derek. Here with Tim and Mbuso from the development team, diving into every...
Wait. Was she floating?
Over to you.
Thank you, Derek. Here with Tim and Mbuso from the development team.
Is she
diving
floating?
into everything that is pro clubs in FIFA 23. A ton to get into, including a new shared progression system, customization, drop-in, new perks, new skill games. Here to break it down are the dev team themselves. So let's start with you, Mbuso. What are you most excited about in FIFA 23?
So many things, but I think I've got to start with that first thing you mentioned, the shared seasonal progression. We have an opportunity to have both social modes in the same space in the main menu.
So FUT for the longest time and Volta have had levels, and not only that, the gaps between each level, the XP required to move from one to another will be shortened, so it'll be more frequent moments of excitement and more rewards. We're also looking to get perks into the hands of our players sooner. While you may only have one perk slot available to you at launch, we want to get you in and able to experiment and find out which one works for you best. Furthermore, into perks, we do have 4 new perks, 2 of which are defensive-based. So there's a great new one called Chase Down, which is activated after a change of possession if you're retreating back toward your own goal.
Oh, that's
as well
kind of
as
cool.
An interceptor perk that'll activate.
I'd probably put that on my
you're
DM
defending
roll.
And the ball is in your proximity. You'll be able to make blocks and traps on opposition passes and shots more easily.
Nice.
We also
That's
have
actually
a
sick.
chance to create your general finishing and shooting.
Something I think every pro clubs player has experienced at one point or another. You load up the game, load up pro clubs, you get ready, and none of your teammates are online.
It's a common occurrence that you're into the lobby and you're waiting.
Okay. It's a common occurrence that you're in the lobby and waiting because your friends aren't playing. They are joking about this, and yet they still are not giving us cross-play in pro clubs. This is probably the best definition of EA being clueless. They're joking about not having friends or people available to play while having it locked for FIFA 23 where you can't go cross-platform to play with your friends that maybe have Xboxes. Maybe not everybody has a PC. Maybe not everybody has a PS5. How out of touch are EA when in a video release of Pro Clubs, they're trolling and making a joke about, oh yeah, how common is it that your friends aren't online? Well, there'd be about 5 times more of a chance that some of my friends may be online if you did cross-platform, you frauds. Like, absolute disgrace and a joke, in my opinion. Absolute disgrace and a joke.
And none of your teammates are online.
It's a common occurrence that you're into the lobby and you're waiting for that one last 2 or 3 people. And this time, for FIFA 23, we'll give you something to do with your time. So we do want to encourage players to go and play skill games with their virtual pro inside the Pro Club system, compete against your teammates for top spot on a Pro Club specific leaderboard, so you'll get bragging rights. And on top of that, we want to give you a player growth XP reward that will reset on a weekly cadence. We'll also be at
Hold on. Weekly cadence, weekly cadence, weekly cadence, weekly cadence, weekly cadence. 46 seconds, okay.
player growth XP as a reward to Volta matches, so you will be earning a contribution to your Pro Club's avatar's player progression XP as well.
So what would you say the main benefit is here as these two come together for both pro clubs and Volta players?
The shared seasonal progression. So now we have it where in Pro Clubs and in Volta, you can play both modes and earn seasonal points. And then that shared progression can carry through into both of those, unlocking gear that you can equip onto your pro.
But not
All right,
skills, abilities,
here,
and
so
growth.
I guess it's
literally just Fortnite skin style stuff. That's what they got for us. Fortnite skin style stuff. Let's go.
really just
that's what we have.
Planning. And Mbuso, Tim, thank you for joining us, running through everything. And I guess it's time to get the group chats going, get the team back together.
Get everyone back together. Join the club. Go be that hero.
Yeah, can't wait. Thank you.
Wait,
Ready up, Derek.
that's it? There's actually nothing. That's it for pro clubs. So the most important thing, no crossplay, no development system, no link to Ultimate Team in some way, like they did back in 2008 and 2009, when Pro Clubs and Ultimate Team was linked. It was so fun, man. It was so fun. Everybody got one their own created FUT card from their pro club that would progress in Ultimate Team that you could then also, of course, use in pro clubs. It was the coolest thing ever, and it's one card. And they got rid of that, of course, because Ultimate Team's all about money. But I am so blown away by the lack of development in the best game mode. I mean, yeah, this has not changed in 4 or 5 years. And yet, still, this is the best game mode. It's crazy. They just don't care, man. 3 new perks like that. I mean, I'm kind of not surprised at all that this is all that pro clubs got. With all the push year in, year out, especially through the summers, the early summer as well, to try and get change for pro clubs. I'm done even trying. It's just useless. Forcing Volta because it's the only way people will touch it is if it's in pro clubs. You know what? You know, I'm going to end it with this. Why I'm just so irritated with this is they have no shame, right? So, you know that system where they said, yeah, and you unlock stuff in seasons in pro clubs, then you log into Volta, claim your stuff, and then go back into pro clubs, and then you can apply it there. Do you know why they do that? Do you know why that is a thing for the guys within EA, the Volta team within EA? Because nobody plays that dead game. So now what they're trying to do is get people that play pro clubs to jump into Volta just to have the statistic and have those stats fully ready. So the Volta team can go over to maybe the EA exceptions and be like, look, we get daily logins in Volta. Please don't get rid of this whole team. Look at, we got daily, instead of making the actual game mode better and properly fully integrating it maybe into pro clubs and have pro clubs be Volta and Volta be pro clubs. You have like a street section, you have your field section, integrated, do proper development and work. No, they're just lazy. Just lazy. What's the minimal amount of effort while keeping this full department of Volta employees employed? Well, instead of developing and actually earning your money and earning your salary, no, all we'll do is just force pro clubs players into Volta. So we get that statistic. The EA execs clearly don't care or even do much of their own homework, I would assume, because they seem to think anything that gets a metric is good enough. And then that's it. And that's it. Like, Volta could actually be nuts, especially if it's integrated into pro clubs. This is just a lazy integration. It's not an integration. This is just laziness. But if they actually integrated pro clubs and Volta together, like I said, it's almost like, I mean, honest to God, it's almost like an NBA 2K experience, right? Where there's an ecosystem in a world. You've got your street section, you've got your career where you can maybe take it to the professional side, or take, you know, you've got the Sunday League side, which is pro clubs, right? And then maybe my team or my career is like the professional side of it, and just have a full ecosystem and dynamic world of all of it integrated into one with its own separate area, so people can kind of play and specify and focus, hyper focus on what they like, whether it's streets, right? Volta crap mode, but anyways, streets was sick, or pro clubs, or the my team, like, you know, you work your way through the academy systems. It would be amazing. But no, instead we get this just regurgitated garbage for the 6th year in a row, with, even worse, no crossplay. Stupid, man. Absolutely stupid.